What's up, everyone? This is Bam Black Ops. We're playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 2. We are doing the high maintenance achievement, and we're on part 6. We're almost done. Only one more to go after we do this part 6. Part 6 asks us to build the Trample Steamer, which I will show you how to build, and fling them onto the radio tower from the 5 locations, which I will show you where they are. 4 locations. First thing we need to do is pick up this motor, which will be right here on this little desk thingy at spawn. If it's not there, it's going to be right around the corner by this giant gaping hole. Those are the 2 locations of the motor. Now what we need to do is take this downstairs. You can either go down the elevators here, this one, or this one, which you can also use to go up if need be. And what we're going to do is either jump down those elevators, or we're going to go down this extra spot. Oh, what do you know? Ruler's online. What we're gonna do is go down the extra spot right here. There's a giant hole over here. You can drop down carefully and hit this here. Try not to fall all the way down, or you're doomed. And then build this into the workstation. And that is the first thing that we need to do. And I'm also going to quickly open up the couch, and I'm going to fast forward it till I go back upstairs. And so after we do the motor, you can obviously build these in any order. The next thing I'm going to pick up is the fan. Now the fan will also be in one of 2 locations, and I will show you where those 2 are as well. It's either going to be right in this spawn room. It's going to be up on the steps here on the left hand side in this corner, which is right about here. If the fan is not here, then the fan will be through the double doors to the left side on the floor, pretty much where I'm pointing right now. Those are the 2 locations of the fan. Now, all of them, like I said, have 2 locations. They're either going to be in that spawn room, which is the first place that you start off when you play a new game and stuff like that, or they're going to be through that double doors on that same floor. They're all going to be on that first floor when you start off. They're either going to be in spawn, or they're going to be through those double doors. And those are the 2 locations. I'll show you where all the 2 locations are for each of the things. So now we put on the fan. Next thing that I'm going to get is the grate. So we're going to go ride the elevator after I played Bring Around the Rosie with these zombies for 5 minutes. I'm going to go back up the elevator again to build the, to pick up the fan, or the grate, the grate's what I was going to get next. Right here in this corner, right there is where the grate is, so we're going to pick that up. If the grate is not there, the other location that the grate will be in is right here. So those are the 2 spots that the grate will be in. So now I'm going to run back down again and put in this final thing. Now, of course, when you're playing, I'm playing all alone in solo right now just to show you where these things are and show you how to build it. Obviously, when you're playing with a full group of 4, it might be a little bit more hectic, so of course, as always, the smart thing to do is try to make a couple crawlers, have somebody watch those crawlers, and the other guys do some of the dirty work with, running around and picking up the pieces and building this or building the squillifier in the earlier rounds when we had to do that for step 4, I think it was, or I don't know, I get all the steps mixed up, but so on and so forth. Now the next thing we're going to do, the final thing we need to pick up, is the fan. And the fan is right here, leaning against this railing by the escalator, and if it's not there, then it's leaning against these couches or these little chair, pretty much right on the opposite side of where the grate was earlier. So now that was the last thing. We can run all the way back down again, put on the flag, build the flag into it right here, and then that is it. That's the Trample Steamer. We're done. We're good to go. Now what we need to do is get all 4 players to pick up a Trample Steamer and put them on the 4 little zombie symbols. So I'm going to show you where that is. Right here on the roof, underneath the dragon area. This is pretty much the main area, pretty much. We're going to see these 2 symbols right here, right there and there. That's what those zombie ones look like. We need to get the Trample Steamer out and place it on it. What we did was we stood on top of the thing, and then dropped the Trample Steamer after we aimed down sights and stared right at the radio tower. So that'll pretty much give you good enough aim. You can see I'm kind of flinging in the general direction. If a zombie flings on that, he's going to be flung all the way up to the radio tower. So here's the second one right here. We're going to put this right here. We're going to stare at the radio tower and put it down like that. That is the second location. So now the third spot we need to do is it comes up here right next to the radio tower. You drop down to where the Semtex is, and this one's kind of hidden. You can barely see it. It's underneath of all this junk, but that is where the third spot is. Again, we can put this right here and aim it right there. Now the fourth one is jumping across kind of in the same area from where we built the Trample Steamer, so I'll show you where that one is. Before that, I'm quickly going to explain kind of what your goal is here. We need to get the zombies to get flung up into the radio station to hit that, and they'll die by hitting it. But the tricky part about it is that it's very hard to kind of aim it correctly. And the spot that I'm going to show you here, I've never aimed this one correctly. Luckily, all we need to do is have at least one of the trample steamers aiming correctly and flying at the radio tower. We thought that that zombies have to be flung from all 4 locations. We do need to put a trample steamer on all 4 locations, but they all don't have to be perfect aim. So pretty much right here is the spot, just like this. You aim it like this, bam, that is the 4th spot. But again, I didn't even aim it correctly, even though I thought I did, because you can see these guys are going to get flung right here. They actually tried to beat it up first because they will shoot it and break it. And you can see that they are missing. So I don't know the exact way to aim it there, but I do know that as long as you put the trample steamer on it, then you're good to go. So the best bet is just to put it on here, and then the other sides, those other locations, the other 3 locations, for whatever reason, are much easier. This is in-game now when we were actually playing it. What I needed to do was everybody picked up a trample steamer, but instead of running all the way back around, I'm just showing you a quick little tip. I built my trample steamer and put it right here so that Swaggers, Hanzo, and Face could all sit on it like this and get flung back over there a lot quicker than going all the way around again, because it does take you a long time just to get from one side of the map to the other sometimes. So I'm going to let them get flung over like this, and then I'm going to put mine back up top in the same location that I was showing you guys earlier. Again, my side over here is very, very tricky. It's not only hard to get the zombies to be flung correctly, it's also hard to survive because there are a lot of zombies over there, and the area itself is very, very skinny. It's hard to guide the zombies into the flinger so that they can get shot up over there. So I died over here, but luckily we still got it. So that kind of showed us right away that we didn't need zombies to be flung from all 4 locations. All we need is a trample steamer at all 4 locations. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to run up here, put my trample steamer on my spot, and as soon as I do, we are going to start the next round. But I did die in the next round, and then I'm going to quickly spectate and show you that the other guys finished it off for us, so that's awesome. So run up here, put the trample steamer on my 4th and final spot. Again, I was hoping that the aim was right, but it wasn't, but that's okay. As long as there is a trample steamer on all 4 locations, that's good, as long as the other trample steamers are shooting the zombies into the spot. So here it is real quick. You can see this is Face and Hanzo. They had the 2 setups over here, which is perfect, and they kind of just stood here, and the zombies would run right to them and get flung right into the tower, which is perfect. Here's a little visual cue from what happened when they completed it. Or, excuse me, audio cue. He said, "Oh, I know. How about those knuckle punchy thingies?" When Richtofen says that, you know you are done. And then the next step we need to do is go buy the Galvanuckles. And I will show you the step for that, for buying them, and then doing the final step, which is punching the radio tower, and in this specific order, which is very, very, very difficult, actually. So I hope this helped you. All you need to do is set them up down there by the bottom area. If you have it set up down there, the 2 side by side over there, and you stand in the corner, that is actually your best bet. You can have all 4 players just standing back there, and you'll actually easily get it. But you do need, of course, to put all the trample steamers on all 4 locations. But as long as only a couple of them are actually shooting the zombies up to the spot that they're supposed to go, then that's all you need to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch for the next and final step, which is coming very, very soon. We're almost done this crazy thing. I'm having a whole lot of fun. Talk to you later, guys.